huge amount of opportunity to engage with customers. And there's a lot of opportunity for you to build a career around that. So at Salesforce, we have our customer success platform, which allows everyone
huge amount of opportunity.
Sorry, no problem. It allows.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can you go to the next slide?
Yeah. Yep.
So it allows the customer success platform is apps for helping you do sales automation, customer service online, marketing automation, wave analytics, building custom apps, all on the biggest, most trusted cloud app platform in the industry. And the most exciting thing for you here today is that's a little bit of background of Salesforce is that this has created a very vibrant and real ecosystem of opportunity. IDC recently, maybe a month ago now, very fresh in October, released their report of the Salesforce economy, where over 1 million jobs are being created, and it's creating over $272 billion of contribution towards global GDP by 2018. What that means is that there's a lot of awesome jobs at a lot of great companies that pay great salaries, doing fun things for all kinds of job opportunities, and that's all there for you. And to give you a little bit of example of some of these jobs, you can go back to the slide.
You want to do? Okay.
Yeah. You see here, like a lot of some of our best customers, Virgin America, Hershey's, American Express, Wells Fargo. These are great companies that are hiring people with Salesforce skills. Also, if you are interested in consulting or building new software, a lot of our partners in ISVs, Deloitte, Accenture, Job Science, MuleSoft, hot startup here in the Bay Area. These are companies that are hiring Salesforce people with Salesforce skills. And if you want to go into the area of nonprofits, we give them our service, as you saw in the 111 model. And whether it's American Red Cross, Girl Scouts, Greenpeace, Goodwill, over 20,000 nonprofits are hiring people with Salesforce skills. KQED here in San Francisco is hiring Salesforce admins.
Yep.
There's a very vibrant ecosystem that is robust and growing.
Across pretty much any industry.
Across any industry, finance, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, you name it, it's there. So whatever your interest, I feel good that we've got opportunity for you. And one great career path is to be a Salesforce administrator. And we're at least going to talk a little bit more about what we want to do here. But Salesforce as administrator is a skill that you can get and go from 0 to proficient in a relatively short amount of time. And you land one of these jobs, and it's a great opportunity to really get started in the ecosystem.
And this is a relatively new role, right? I mean,
Yes.
This role really has evolved over the last 8-10 years and become something where this role didn't exist.
It didn't exist, no. And what's great is that it's a role where you don't have to have a computer science background, and you can still be in the role of technology, and you can be automating business processes, creating custom apps, delivering dashboards and reports that executives care about. So it's a great way to be a part of the business and keep your be in touch with the technology. It's a really cool role,
and it pays well.
It pays well.
It's a good job.
You get to do fun stuff, and you get to come to Dreamforce and learn, which is fun too.
Which is an amazing event if you haven't been.
So I hope everybody's excited about what this means, but
there's a lot of opportunity.
There's a lot of opportunity, but how do you take advantage of this opportunity?
Right.
How do I learn?
That's an excellent.
Lisa, how do I learn?
Excellent question. Well, one of the ways is through this boot camp that we're doing, which is I'm really excited about.
Tell me more.
I will. It's really the first time we're trying something like this. We're
innovative. We try new things.
We do. We're one of the most innovative companies. We do offer training programs through Salesforce University, but these are geared more towards our customers. They're quite expensive. And as university students, we were really thinking about, well, how do we enable students to take advantage of instructor-led training, but do it in a way that works for them, given their budgets as students. So we put together this new program.
When I was in school, I ate ramen noodles. I couldn't afford anything.
Exactly. Me too. And burritos.
Yes.
So we really wanted to make something that was super high quality, experiential, hands-on, to give students as much experience both with the technology and how it's applied in business to solve problems, and do it in a model and in a way that would work for students. So we're doing this boot camp in January. It's January 11th through 15th. So it's 5 days. It's going to be super intense, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
But they'll be on break, so it's like awesome.
Right, they'll be all restored.
Yeah.
Classes aren't in session, so what a great way to spend your winter break, learning something new. So we're basing this a lot. We have a really amazing online learning platform called Trailhead.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk about that a little bit, because that's actually something that we're going to recommend that anyone that's coming to the boot camp check out before coming. But one of the really cool things about Trailhead is that it's online learning, but you actually go into a live version of the software.
Oh, wow.
A developer environment, and you learn about an area you learn about a feature, and then you actually go in and you do a challenge and you apply that, and then we automatically assess whether or not you completed the challenge automatically through APIs, and we give you feedback. If you didn't figure it out the first time, you have more opportunities to try and do it. But it's a way not just to learn the concepts and the theory, but actually apply what you're learning.
That's awesome, because I wouldn't want to learn something to get on a job and not be able to do it.
Right.
So
exactly.
If I can do it, then I feel confident.
Right. So Trailhead is great, and it's a great way to learn on your own. We're taking that to the next level by offering this boot camp. So we want to take that same methodology, that same framework, but apply it to a live event and a live experience. We'll use Trailhead content as some of the pre-work and as homework and throughout the program, but there'll be a lot more that we're going to do that's very scenario-based, very real-world. We want to root this in, how does a salesperson use Salesforce? And then what is the role of a Salesforce administrator in your company? If you got hired tomorrow at a small business that was implementing Salesforce, what would you need to do? How would you set up the org? How would you figure all this stuff out? So we want to...
It sounds very real. It sounds like you're setting me up for success if I do this.
So yeah, exactly. That's what we want to try to do. And really make it relevant no matter what you want to do after graduation. I mean, I'm assuming that now's the time to start thinking about after graduation career opportunities, and maybe it's not 100% clear yet what you want to do, but whether, this bootcamp experience would be incredibly useful if you want to look at a Salesforce administrator role or a business analyst role, for which there's tons of opportunities. But Salesforce skills are relevant in all kinds of roles, and I think the scenarios and the things we're going to go through in the bootcamp would be useful even if you wanted to go into marketing or sales, or maybe just a general technology leader, or be in IT, or So I think we're trying to make it also relevant no matter what career path you want. Although I think
we're in marketing and we use Salesforce every day.
Right.
We go in, we have to understand, how to look at my accounts and contacts and how to understand campaigns.
My dashboards, looking at how things are doing.
Yeah. It's all important to know. You don't have to just be in sales. It's definitely important.
Yep. Did I miss anything on the boot camp?
No.
One great thing.
Special guests?
That too. We're going to have special guests throughout the week. I mean, the nice thing about this boot camp is that we're hosting it. USF, University of San Francisco, which is my alma mater, has a campus right next door to Salesforce, which is very convenient. They're hosting the event. We're partnering with them. But that enables us to bring in some really interesting guest speakers because it's very close by. So we'll sprinkle people who, we'll bring in
magic pixie dust.
Yes, throughout the class. But you get to hear from Salesforce executives as well as people who are on the ground using Salesforce, customers, employers. So you get a kind of a rounded perspective of the ecosystem, hopefully through the week. Now, I was going to say the other thing is we're going to give everyone a voucher to take the certification exam within 60 days of the boot camp. So it's this boot camp training is not a certification prep class per se, because that would be like a lot of drilling, flashcardy, kind of memorizing terminology.
Memorizing, which isn't really getting you to say, like, this is the stuff I'm going to do on day one.
This is how I do it.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing you can do later. So we're hoping that this is a good baseline and will help orient you to how the technology is used. And then you can continue to study for the certification exam, and we'll give this voucher. There's testing centers all over the place. You can kind of search for one and go and schedule the exam whenever you want to take it. But that's a $200 value. The certification exams are usually $20.
So you're getting it already in here almost.
Yeah. So the boot camp's $399, 5 days of instructor-led training.
And you get lunch.
You get lunch. Yeah, that's a deal right there.
Yeah.
And you get a voucher to take the certification exam. And we're, the goal here is not really, again, we're trying to make this work for a student budget, and we're really subsidizing this because normally, instructor-led training, like I said, is quite expensive.
$5,000 it costs.
Yeah. So that's it. That's my spiel on the boot camp. I want to open it up to answer any questions. And now I have to, one last thing. Sorry, one last thing before I wrap on the boot camp. So if you're thinking about, I don't know if the boot camp is right for me, or I don't know, I'd love to learn more before I sign up. One thing you could do right now is check out how Salesforce is used by doing some online learning with Trailhead. So you can go to, actually, what is the
Trailhead.salesforce.com.
Oh, it is now. Okay, trailhead.salesforce.com. And
or just Google Trailhead. It's #1 organic result.
There you go. That's even easier.
You did a good job naming it.
It's a great name. So you can go there and do one of the online learning paths. A great one to start with is CRM Essentials, and that gives you the kind of end user view of the platform. Or, if you want to dive in on the Salesforce Administrator side, there's a Salesforce Administrator Beginner Trail that is great as well. So that's a great place to start. If you do sign up for the boot camp, you're going to get an email from me asking you to do some pre-work in Trailhead. And we're going to be checking on that on the first day.
Yeah,
so
you get them going.
This is serious stuff. We want to get pretty far through this week. So there's pre-work, there's homework, intense days, but I think it's going to be fun too.
And what's really cool is that these Trailhead badges and the learning you're going to have at the boot camp, that can show up on your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, you can share that out. And I think more and more, this is a great step before certification, is even just sharing what you've done in Trailhead and what your learning is. Employers are going to start, looking for this kind of thing, I think. So, you can share these out. You can share them on social media.
Awesome. Well, we hope everybody signs up.
Yes, I hope. We'd love to see you there in January. I think this is going to be super fun, like I said. Do you know where the
questions?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's in the chat window. If you click on the chat window, there's a blue.
No, where did it go?
That blue thing.
Oh, awesome. So if you have questions, you can put them into the chat window, and we will answer them. Give you guys a second if you want to ask anything specifically. The other option is always to email. In the Eventbrite for the boot camp, there's an email that goes to me for Salesforce academic programs, and I'm also happy to answer any questions afterwards.
There's a question around how they get there. Could they BART in then? You said it's just right here, so could they BART in?
That's a great question. Yeah, parking can be tough down here in the financial district. There is a BART station really close on Market. That's probably the closest one. BART, buses come near here. I don't know the whole thing. Yeah.
Or ferry from the.
Or if you're in Marin, the ferry is a good option. Yep. There is no parking though for USF. And there's only paid parking here.
Okay. The question about, are there any books they need to buy? Is there any additional cost?
Yeah. No additional cost, no books to buy. Everything is online, but you just reminded me of something really important.
Oh.
The one thing that you do need is to bring your own computer, your own laptop.
Bring your computer.
Yeah. That's the only Yeah, you'll be using your own laptop during the course. It could be a Mac or PC, doesn't matter. But
and is there any networking or any opportunities to do something like that?
yeah, well, we're going to do a lot of teamwork during the week. So you're going to get a chance. And this is originally we were going to make this only available to University of San Francisco students, but USF has actually agreed to make it open to any
So you
student in
might
the Bay
meet
Area.
other students from other places.
So we have
That's
students
great.
coming from various schools in the Bay Area, actually. So it's an opportunity to meet other students. And then obviously with guest speakers, there's an opportunity to meet them and network a little bit, and with our own staff. So.
Good. Well, I think that's all the questions.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining our session. I hope to see you in January, and feel free to follow up with email if you have any other questions. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.